What is good? What is really good? Welcome to the very first ever Pettus Show. You may be thinking, what is this? I don't know. But when people ask you, because you will be sharing and telling people, yo, go check out Gian's new show on YouTube or wherever this may be, okay? You tell them it's kind of like a podcast. That's what you say. When they ask you what this is, you tell them, it's kind of like a podcast. Now, you know that I had to bring out the Miami Vice shirt, right? You know I had to bring out the Miami Vice shirt. It's a special occasion. It is a special occasion. Basically, what I'm going to be doing here is talking about things. Some things will be arbitrary stories. Might even throw in a little bit of advice. Might even tell you about some of my experience as an actor. But we're going to have a good time. And today I got a banger. I really do have a banger of a story to present to you guys. I have problems maintaining weight, right? Not that like I am an overeater, like I shouldn't be on my 1,000-pound life, but it's fucking hard, dude. I like food. And sometimes as I'm starting to try to get my body right, to try to get my diet right, I underestimate the amount of food I eat in the first couple of days. So what happens is, I'll eat whatever throughout the day. And then it gets around 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And I'm starving. Like I try to lay down. I feel like my insides are like on fire. My body is like, yo, what are you doing? We need something, right? So I don't know if you guys have ever had a perfect alignment of hunger. You have no food in the house. Only those two things. And that happened to me. So I come home from work, and usually when I come home from work, I will stop and check my mail. And I walk in. Now, I live in Beverly Hills, and I'm not rich. I hate telling people that I live in Beverly Hills because it's always followed up with some like, ooh, I have an apartment that was gifted to me. Okay. And I don't know if you guys live in semi-affluent areas, but if you do, these people love to leave their packages like just in the mailroom. Like, this night I came home and there's like 12, 13 packages all lined in the mailroom. Like, yo, grab your shit. I know you're home. Like, this isn't good, right? So I walk in, I get my stuff, come upstairs. It's like midnight. I'm sitting down doing work or whatever. And I'm like, yo, I need some food. Go in my pantry. There's no food. I do the obligatory look back in the pantry to see if anything has shown up. Nothing is there. So I'm like, I have to get some food. So I Postmate. And I'm like, nothing's open. It's 12 o'clock at night. I'm in Beverly Hills. Everything closes at like 6. I'm like, you know what? I'll just get some Taco Bell. So I order my Taco Bell. And usually when you order on Postmates, it gives you like your driver. It gives you updates. Yo, like it's been placed. They're working on it. Here's your driver. Well, I didn't get that update for like 30 minutes. So I'm like, fuck, man. Like they're not coming. Now, Postmates with their bullshit. You can't cancel. Whatever you order, you are paying for. You have to let them tell you you're not getting your shit. So Postmates, fix that because it pisses me off, okay? So I don't get that alert for like 30, 45 minutes. I'm starving. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to bed. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll set my alarm. just in case, they hit me up in like 30 minutes. I'll take a quick cat nap. I'll go to bed. So I fall asleep. And I wake up at 3 a.m. to my front door being buzzed. So I ordered my food at 12. I fell asleep for 3 hours. And I wake up at 3 o'clock and my Postmate is trying to get into the building. Okay? So I wake up and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I gotta, this is crazy. When you wake up and you're just hyper delusional, you think you're in like Inception. When you wake up, you're in a Christopher Nolan movie, no matter what time it is. That series of thoughts and that wave of in between sleep and awakeness that you get when you're waking up suddenly should be a Christopher Nolan film. Anyway. And I wake up and I'm like, yo, I got to let them in. I go to buzz them in and I buzz them in and I don't hear a knock at my door. And I'm like, why did they get lost? Because sometimes my buzzer doesn't work. So I get up and I go to my window, and from my window, I can see my driveway. And I see that there's a car pulled into my driveway. And the one door's open, the lights are on, and the car's running. And I'm like, huh. What is happening? So I lay down, I look out my peephole in my front door, and I don't see anybody. The Postmates has not ended the order. Now, if you know, when you order something and you get it dropped off, they'll complete the order. It's done. Mine's still active. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I look back out the door or the window, and I see a dude sitting in the passenger seat, wrapping his hands up. Now I'm confused because my Postmates is supposed to be a Hispanic woman. And I look outside and I see a big ass, dark skinned dude, which happens, Now I'm like, what is happening here? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It took 3 hours for my food to come. Now they're here. My food's supposed to be here. It is, but it's not. So I start putting on clothes. I'm like, I just don't feel right. I look back out and I see a woman walk back from the front lobby to the car, get a sweater, put a sweater on, put her hoodie on, go back in, and then I see her go back out with everybody's packages. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. These motherfuckers are robbing my apartment building. So I'm like, there's maybe it's their packages. Maybe, if you're postmating at 3 a.m., you're either on some shit, life's probably hard for you. Maybe you have to carry around boxes. Maybe they were in the middle of moving. And they decided to do a quick Postmate stop because they needed money for the honey barbecue twisted Lay's, Fritos, not Lay's. But no, they were robbing me. And they loaded all of the packages into their car and left. Never, ever have I felt like such a piece of shit in my life. Never happened. However, grab your shit. If you have a package, you're not entitled to the lobby protecting you. They don't give a fuck about your stuff, And my apartment there's like it's one big glass see-through window. Like it's not covert, it's not hidden. It is, you can see everything in the mail lobby. So I feel sorry for these people. It is a little bit my fault, but also not my fault. It's more your fault because you didn't grab your shit. They don't know it was me. So if anybody is living in my apartment complex and you happen to see this, it's your fault. Anyway, guys, thank you for sticking around. There will be more to come. And we're going to figure it out as we go. Adios.